Have you ever played a game that sucks you in so much that it feels like you're living a second life? Those games that help you escape the harsh reality of life and just take up a permanent spot in your head rent-free. These games can be different for everyone. It could be Super Mario, it could be God of War, even Sudoku. At this point, who cares? But for me, it was Red Dead Redemption 2. And mind you, I started off on a bad note already because someone chose to spoil the ending for me. I actually wonder who.
Yeah, boy.
But even at that, the game was still able to hit me emotionally. And I knew this was the first because once I put the controller down, I couldn't leave the spot immediately. I was just stuck reminiscing about the countless hours I put into this game and how all of a sudden it's coming to an end. For me, in that moment, I couldn't live with that. And till now, I don't know why, but I can't bring myself to play the game again because I feel like for everyone that plays the game, that first gameplay is unique, and that's the part that really sticks to them the most. I mean, you can play the game countless of times, but you all know it wouldn't be like the first. But enough of all the emotional talk, and let me guide you on what made my journey through Rockstar's masterpiece so memorable. We all know this game is set in the Wild West, right? Right? But if you don't know, it's fine. Actually consider yourself lucky. And honestly, I wish you could switch bodies because you are in for an experience that will stick with you for a while. An experience packed with rich storytelling, interesting characters, and history hidden at every turn. For a quick rundown on the story, you are dropped into 1899 as Otto Morgan, an outlaw in the Vandalin gang, trying to survive in a rapidly changing world. You see the rise of industrialization, the expansion of railways, and society moving forward, but the gang, they are stuck in the past. Led by Dutch, a man who's obsessed with the old ways and can't accept the changes happening around him. And due to them refusing to adapt, well, let's just say it leads to some devastating events that I hope you get to experience for yourself in the game. But here is something not often mentioned in other reviews, at least the reviews I've watched. There's another group that plays a crucial role in the game story. This group is the Native Americans. Whether in revealing the kind of man Dutch is,
Wait a minute! Who are you?
or in highlighting how they were mistreated by the government in history, Rockstar didn't shy away from incorporating this historical injustice into the narrative, adding depth to the already rich storytelling. And that's not all. From the real-life gangs that inspired the characters to the historically accurate locations, every scene felt like a lesson in history disguised as a game. It even got to the point where I no longer viewed it as a GTA-style game set in the Wild West, even though that concept was quite cool. But I started to view it as a beautifully crafted period piece that had something to teach in every moment. The number of times I've been killed by a pack of wolves for no reason is amusing, to say the least. The first couple of times were so devastating because I was wondering why me at the end of the day, that you see other people on this same street I'm on, why choose to one day attack me? But after a few deaths, I grew accustomed to it and just considered it all a part of the circle of life. From then on, I became hyper aware of my surroundings, rifle in hand, always. And this really helped me throughout my gameplay, because later on in the game you realize that it's not only the game's wildlife that is after you. There are also scavengers, lawmen, and even other outlaws out to get you at any moment. And through this, you have to be ready for at least a gunfight or two. But this point isn't really about the lawmen and scavengers. It's about this game's wildlife and how realistic it is. From the way animals move and interact with the environment, or how alligators don't waste a second snatching up their prey. All this just screams Nat Geo World. Stick with me.
Okay.
This really takes me back to when my siblings and I would come up from school and the first thing we'll put on is Nat Geo World before even thinking of dropping our shoes. We were so curious on how certain animals reacted to certain situations and what they would do and whether they would escape with their lives or not. I honestly don't know why we were so interested, but for us back then, it was pure entertainment. The game gives you a first-hand experience on how truly wild the Wild West was. And what's even cooler is how wildlife was also affected by these rapid changes in society. The animals became more aggressive and ready to attack on sight due to the fact that modernization pushed them into hiding. And the more I played, the more I realized how much love and care Rockstar poured into creating this realistic wildlife. So here's the random formula. More random encounters is equal to more realism solved by the player. Stick with me here.
Let him cook now!
But imagine in the real world, if you keep experiencing the same thing over and over again, you either adapt and not care anymore, or you get bored and leave. But what if different random events happen to you every so often? Wouldn't that keep things exciting? Well, that's exactly what Red Dead Redemption 2 did here. It throws random encounters at you, and not just with people, but with nature too. You could be struck by lightning during a storm. Stumble upon a strange cult meeting. Or hear someone screaming in the woods because they have been caught by a bear trap.
Please, quick! You gotta get this up!
These random moments keep the game feeling fresh and alive, and not just because of the graphics, but because of the unpredictable world it creates. And this leads us to the game's honor system. Every action you take, big or small, affects how the world sees you. Help the guy stuck in the bear trap. The honor goes up.
Keep banging. Oh, God. You did it. Praise Jesus.
Well, beggar, not so much.
Real man makes his own luck.
And believe me, your actions have consequences. Characters will treat you differently, and even the story's ending shifts based on your choices. It's this moral complexity that makes Red Dead Redemption 2 feel like more than just a game. It feels like you're writing your own story, and you finally have control over your own fate.
That's real pretty. Like someone's murdering their dog. Listen, I got no time.
To be honest, this game is visually stunning. From the first snowy scene to the final moment. Every frame feels like a painting. And don't even get me started on the music. By the time the credits roll, they're emotionally exhausted. And that's when you know they did it right. I can't tell you how many times I found myself stargazing or even just taking a walk around Saint Denis, marveling at the architecture and wondering what random encounter I'll experience this time. The visuals combined with the incredible sound design make you feel like you're part of the world and not just playing in it. So imagine, after experiencing all this in a game and not calling it a masterpiece, that's basically gaming blasphemy, if something like that even exists. If not, please God, fuck you. Every now and then, I find myself at the back of my mind comparing other open world games to Red Dead Redemption 2, because it raised the bar for what a truly immersive game should be. But don't get me wrong, games like Ghost of Tsushima and The Last of Us stand out in their own right, with their unique storytelling and deep characters. Even indie games like Hyper Light Drifter manage to create compelling worlds without AAA budgets or graphics, using visuals and sound to tell incredible stories. What I feel modern AAA games often miss is balance. They focus too much on graphics and combat, but forget that the core experience of a game, the story, the emotion, the immersion, is what makes it memorable. Sure, to this day I still enjoy some games that only have nice graphics and very interesting combat systems. But we all know the difference between playing a game just to pass time and playing a game that continuously sticks with you long after you have finished it. If there's one thing I've learned from years of gaming, is that stunning visuals alone don't make a great game. It's the story that gives those visuals meaning. That's what makes a masterpiece, and that's what keeps us coming back even after the final credits roll.